Hi all. Today let's do the withered leaf effect. See, for that we need just simple a teardrop cutter and the nice leaf veiner. Any nice leaf veiner you have, we can use that. So now I'm going to add on my paste. Okay, my gum paste here. So I'm just going to take a very little bit of gum paste. See, always as I tell you, take very little paste. So your work will be more thinner. Your petals or your leaves, water foliage, whatever you make, it will be very thin. Okay. So I've just taken a little bit. So I'm just going to color this into this bitter lemon. I have here some bitter lemon. I'm going to add some bitter lemon to it and then work on it. Okay. This is neither yellow nor green. It's a mix of that. Okay. See this? When I just give it just very mild touch you can give. Okay. There's no need to give too dark. Once you've done that, then let me add this also. Work on them. It'll look like green, but it is yellow. So I like this because it gives you a very nice different coloring. When you add on the other colors to it, it gives you a realistic look of a withered leaf. See this? It's a greenish yellow. Just mix like that. This is fine. So just work on it like that. Okay, I've just taken a little bit lesser gum paste. Okay, now the same technique which I use, this is the Alan Dunn's technique which I use, the ridge method. So work on that. Make a nice sausage. Now take your thin rolling pin like this. Just hold it here and just roll it down. Roll as thin as possible. Hold on top in the center, first press and then release. So when you press and release, you get the ridge. Okay, try to maintain the ridge as thin as possible, as I always say. Don't make it very thick. See, as thin as possible. It's more nicer. Just release the top. I will go a little bit more thinner the ridge. Okay. Now once I've done, I've just taken any leaf cutter you can take or shape you can take. I'm just taking a teardrop cutter. I'm using, if you notice now, see the ridge is lesser than half here. Lesser than half I'm working on, because I want to bend the leaf accordingly. If I'm going to have the wire stretched to more than half, then you will not be able to bend the leaf. The wire will start peeping out. So that's the reason lesser than half I've just kept it here. Okay, then just press and remove. Now use your wire 26 or 28 wire, use that, just glide it in. My dough is a bit wet, so I've not used the glue. Okay, now just keep it on your veiner. Just make sure the center is properly kept. Then hold it and then a quick press. So once you press, you see how beautiful the veining comes. So slowly remove it in this. Don't pull. If you find it little bit sticky or something, don't pull. Do it like this. Just slowly. You just remove out like this. Okay. And now the next step, what I do here is, I have aluminum foil here. I've just crushed it as much as possible. Okay. So I'm going to keep now the leaf. So you can do or crush it or bend it accordingly like this. Okay, see, so it becomes like a fully bent leaf. You can even use your golf tool to bend more. You give more texture to the edges, more you can bend it so it looks more natural. Just quick bend. Leave it for drying like this. Okay, first leave it for drying like this. This is the method. You need to leave it for dry. Okay. Once this is dried, then I'm going to show you how I'm going to color. I'm going to use some 3 to 4 different colors. So I'm going to show you how to do that. Once this gets dried, I just leave it for at least for 2-3 hours, so it is very firm. So and it works out nicely and it absorbs the colors nicely. Okay. Now after I have dried it with aluminum foil, so this is the shapes I get. You see, so this is the shape I get. So once you have done this, now we are going to do the coloring. See, one thing is, if you want to color, I have a basic things what I do. I've seen a leaf and accordingly do. So you can add anything also. See, I have a blackberry color here. So it's just like a bit of dark purple kind of thing. It's mixed of kind of black and dark purple. So little bit of blackberry I use, then fawn color I use, or you can the same brown. This is brown and the fawn which I use like this, and different grades of brown you can use. This is a bit darker brown I use. This is the sugar flare darker brown, and then little bit aubergine of sugar flare once again. Okay, these are the things which I'm going to use for now. It is not hard and fast rule, only these you need to use. You can use black, you can use, it's all about imagination, how much you can bring it to reality. Okay, so I'm going to start with the lighter color first. See, why I always start with the lighter color on top, the fully covering is, so the double shade, when I give it in the darker color, the veins beautifully gets visible. So that's the reason I use a lighter color of brown first. And one more thing, to differentiate also you can do is, either you can do one dark shade of brown here and give a lighter shade behind, so it looks more realistic. Okay, so let's start with the fawn color. You can always mix a little bit white also if you feel like, if you want still more lighter. Even actually we can do that. So while mixing, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add little bit of corn flour to it. See, you can add a little bit of corn flour to it. So still more, it becomes more lighter. Just mix up with the corn flour. Now you see how the difference of this dark and this is more lighter. So like that you can change the hues of the color. It's all about your imagination, how you can do it. So the strokes which I'm going to give it here once again, always remember, any petal or any foliage you're going to do, start from the top. Okay, just start from the top and just spread it. That's it. Quick spread it. Okay, so I'll tell you why I want you to do like this. When you do this quick spread, see what happens. I'll show you. Okay, see, this is when I do the quick spread. Can you see some places? I mean, where the veins are there, the colors have not gone in. So what I do is, so the double shade, a little bit darker shade, I'll do the opposite way. So it gets filled in all those places. So you get a double shade. So it should be a quick light brush. Okay, don't hold your brush too hard and work on it. Yeah, see, once I've done this, I'll show you now. See how I can manipulate with the darker shades. Mostly ends, just give them a darker shade. Okay, don't make it very uniform. Just give as much as shades can be darker. So once you do that, now itself you see how it looks. So just go ahead on the edges, just give in the edges here and there, and then I'll use a little bit aubergine also, so it gives you a little bit more darker shades. So when you give a multiple shade in that, if I don't know whether you could see in the video, see, this is different and this is different. So I'm just taking that, so to make it more highlight. See, you can always highlight them more. See, like this, you can highlight them more. See, once that base yellow you have given, you can do, and now you can always take. I've taken a very fine brush. Okay, just I'm taking the aubergine, just trying to give the leaf shades here, like that. Okay, and then merge it up. Just merge it up. Once again, when you're going for more lighter, see this, just random, that's it. Yeah, now you see how it looks. The same way, when you do it in the other side, you need to make sure you're doing a bit more lighter color. So I'm going to add a little more corn flour to this. This is the way you need to manipulate your shades. I'm going on for this. This will make your foliage looks more crispy when you do like this. So it depends upon what shade you want. You can put, so many different foliages looks, I mean the withered foliage looks more beautiful. They have some beautiful oranges also. So it depends upon what you want. Okay, now when you see, I've done totally with a lighter shade of brown. Okay, once I have done this, now to give it a really flat work, I mean for the veins, see now the veins is not much visible. To make it a visible more, so I'm going to use a fan brush. Okay, hold it flat and just deepens your color. See this? Automatically when I do that, it deepens your veins. These are small techniques to be learned. See? You will itself get zapped. Wow, this looks so natural when you're working on it. All these small nuances, when you get in, then it's more nicer. It's all about control of your brushes, how you hold, and they behave with you. Just have it as flat as possible and just brush it up. The same way you can do in the front also. Yeah, you see this? And see, you see the behind, how beautifully also it has come, the double shade. See, only on the veins it has fallen. This is the way you need to do it. Now I'll show you how to, now the stem. Okay, see the stem of the leaf, right? I'm going to show you how to do it. There is a nice trick to work on it. So what I'm going to do here is just take a small amount of white tape and cut into two. Okay, now what I do here is just keep the tape here, just pull it over and roll it. Once you know the tape is stuck, then push it up, okay, till the end, and then make sure the tape is fully covered. Once again do the same thing, because I need a little bit more thicker stem there. So just hold it. Okay, now see I've done it with my color which is in the hand itself. See the color also has got stuck. Anyway, we'll color it. So before that, now I wanted is a thick, you see always the start of the, the stem, you'll have a bit thicker version. So what I do is I hold the same tape and just quickly work on it. Okay, give that guy a little bit thicker level, so it is a bit more different from the direct stem. Okay, now I'm going to squeeze this guy out. Actually, yeah, now if you see, it's a bit more thicker than the normal stem. So what, first let me color them. Okay, so it depends upon what color you want. You want it as brown, I'm going to give it as a full brown first. Here also you can give the brown first. Then I'm going to give a blackberry, just blackberry color of the, you can use even black or you can use aubergine if you have, just that part. Okay, and a little bit. Okay, once you have done this, what I generally do here is I just take my thin tool, If you use a very thin tool, then it will be more nicer. Okay, here I have the golf tool. This is called as a veining tool because you see here veins are there. The lines are there, beautifully it works. So what I do is I keep it here and then I press this nicely. Okay, so you get some veins here. Then you can bit color them once again. And once again, there's no need to be straight. Just give your bends whatever bends you wanted and then leave it. See this? Don't you think it looks beautiful? This is a very simple way you can work on it. You can give, as I told you, see the double shades are there. So try this and please post all your work in my page so we could see what can be done more. Okay. The same thing as I told you, see once again, I've used a bitter lemon here. You can use a light yellow also. You can start working like that. And this changes into this. Okay. Thank you.